What's going on, Fast Turn Radio listeners, watchers, replay catchers, all that good stuff? What's happening, people? Gompers, this month, dude. That's how we start every show now. Hope you guys aren't too annoyed by it. Gomper's a good guy. I had a good time with him at CES, so always a love for the Gompers. No, I don't. Brandon actually listens. He does. He has it on, but he does not participate. So he's usually working. Dude's busting it. He's getting all kinds of deals out there in California, and he's too busy working, packing, shipping, all that good stuff. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that tonight because, yeah, usually I have plenty of topics to talk about. I watch the Facebook threads and get some ideas what's going on in the world. And I tell you what, I've been too busy. Like I said, I'll get into it a little bit, but the fact is, I haven't been on Facebook much. I've even had people ask me, "Have you intentionally gone off the radar?" Nope, not intentional. Been freaking working. So, those that say gurus don't work, yes, I am a guru. I consider myself an experienced leader in some aspects of FBA, but hey, I'm a seller first, and that's just the way it is. Sometimes you gotta get out there and do the work and get ready to capitalize on Q4. So, all right, we got the Bolo Shades, Scanner Monkey Love, Scan Power, Fast Turns, baby. Alameola, thank you again for the Meola. Sorry. Thank you again for the glasses. Love them, buddy. So what's happening? Everybody making money? Let's see. Oh, Paul Coburn's here. Spree V Guide. Bob Willie. Diane Matthews. Robert Watson. He brought the snacks. He's always got the snacks. Enduring Bamboo. Terry, what's going on? Had the pleasure of meeting him at CES. And interesting guy. Doing some neat things. He's got some good stuff coming up shortly. Ryan Kuchar, what's happening? Man, I'm honored that you're here. Uh, Anthony English, there's a new name to me. Sorry, I don't know that one. Ellen Bloomer, she was one of the people that entered the Dymo giveaway. We're going to talk about that just a little bit. She entered the Dymo giveaway contest. Daniel Kretz is here. He's the one that actually got the Dymo. And you're welcome, Daniel. Glad you got it up and running already. Donald Schaefer, always good to see you. Michael Flanagan, Cherie, I almost messed it up. Cherie Smith is here. So, hey everybody. All right, that's enough of the hellos, how you doings. So, it's been a scary day, I guess, for some people. I do want to touch on this because it's been brought up a few times. Uh, what is it? FBA radar. A lot of people got some policy warnings from FBA radar because they've opened too many cases. Amazon, maybe not all that excited that, we're opening cases and trying to get some refunds on our money. Guarantee you it is causing them not, I don't think the money is the issue, okay? I will guarantee you it's causing them a ton of extra work. And, in case you haven't noticed, we are in Q4. Hang on a second, my hair's bothering me now. All right, that's not much better, but it was just looking really goofy to me. Um, you know, they've got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, no, it's just a wreck. Forget it. Yeah, bad hair day. They've got a ton of work going on already, and then we're going to send in tickets. I don't actually use the service, so I don't know a lot about how they work. I do have the general idea. There was a company called FBA Manager. I don't know if that's the same group or not, but the idea being they're going to track things that get lost, damaged, whatever that you're owed reimbursement for, and they file on your behalf. And it's causing a lot of work for Amazon, so they're sending out policy warnings. Do we like that? No, no, nobody likes getting a policy warning. Uh, is there anything you can do about it? Not really. It's Amazon's playground. It always has been. It always will be. One of the few things that I did see this week that just really struck a nerve with me was in one of the Facebook groups, and somebody said, "Hey, heads up to sellers, Amazon's being sneaky. They run soap.com, Quizd, I think, or however you say it. This is a Quizd company, wag.com. They've got a few subsidiaries that they own that also sell on Amazon. And somebody said, uh, hey, I don't know if there's anything we can do legally, but they're monopolizing the third party market and they're not telling you who they are. They're not disclosing that they're Amazon. They don't have to pay all the fees that we have to pay, and it's not fair. So, I don't know what we can do about it, but I can't believe that this is going on. I'll put this as nicely as I can. They are allowing us to use them, okay? They owe us nothing. Dude, the fact that you would even say they're monopolizing the third party marketplace means you missed the point. Hi, congratulations. There is a third party marketplace and you're allowed to be a part of it. Stop complaining, stop whining, and enjoy the ride. Where else can you go and, like, day one, start turning a profit? I mean, it's just insane. Yeah, Greg Purdy says, I think I'll just quit. Exactly. I mean, dude, they let us have access to their 250 million customers. And you're going to complain because, oh my God, soap.com sells on Amazon too. Be thankful that they let you sell. And do not even bring up, oh, legally we can do blah, blah, blah. No, you can't. Just be thankful. Okay. So that kind of goes along with the FBA radar thing. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Nobody likes policy warnings. It's kind of mean from our perspective that they're going to ding us for what we see as a right to get our money. But, dude, still their playground. If you want to track that stuff yourself and open up your own tickets and avoid using a service that's going to scrape the API and all that kind of stuff, however they get the data, they're probably going to have less of a problem with it. But when they get hundreds of cases opened, probably daily, when they say that's not going to happen anymore, just got to move on. It doesn't feel good, but dude, be thankful that they're allowing us to sell and say, okay, I don't like that decision, but again, thank you. I appreciate the ability to take my little widgets and put them up here on your platform and sell the crap out of them. So that's all I'm going to say about it because I am not a user of FBA Radar. I don't really have an opinion of their service one way or the other. All I'm saying is it's Amazon's playground. That's it. And they've decided that you're not allowed to go in that little corner of the sandbox right now. So here's a big open space over there. Might want to go get on the jungle gym. This is not the place for you. That's all I got for you. Be happy, be thankful. Now, Mindy has the first question of the night. See, so yeah, I've been busy. I've been really busy, and so I'm kind of relying on the audience for some questions tonight. And Mindy has the first one. She asks, a smarter way of finding fast turn items. I've been scanning in the store, but feel like I'm searching for a needle in a haystack more often than not. I should have put this up on the air so I can read the whole thing. More often than not, I would find a hot selling item, but then Amazon came in on it, blew me out of the water. Also, is it wise to jump on an item that has a bad rank but zero FBA sellers? A lot of good questions in there, and a lot of tough questions. Okay, so let's take it one step at a time. Yes, needle in a haystack, definitely. Finding a replin at a store off the shelf is a needle in a haystack. There is no two ways about it. I tell people to start in their home. I tell them to scan items that they buy at the grocery store, scan it. You buy it at Walmart, scan it. That at least kind of narrows down the focus. So you are a consumer. Hopefully you are a general consumer. You're one of the masses. So the stuff that you like is what the rest of the world likes too. Use that to your advantage. So the key is to find one. And we're not going to go too far down this road because it's kind of what my whole coaching is based around. But I will give you the general idea, which is when you find one, figure out the characteristics and find more. And then when you find more, put them together in a bundle, in a multi-pack, start to create your own listings, get out there on your own. So that's the basics. How do you find 100 replens? You don't necessarily find 100. Sometimes you find 10 and you make 100. That's really that's really what I like to focus on. It's not that I want to go to Walmart and find every replenishable item that they have and go to Target and find every replenishable item they have. I want to be able to find a few and make a whole bunch. So that to me is the much better route to go versus just trying to scan everything and find all the replens that are out there. You can find one and turn that one literally into five. So, use some multi-packs, use some bundling, just use some brain power and figure out where the holes in the market are and how you can fill them. And that'll also get you away from Amazon. So if they're coming in and they're killing a great selling product, maybe you pair that product up with another product, and now Amazon's sitting over here doing great with this one, but you're the only seller of this bundle, of this multi-pack, and you are not going to sell the same velocity that they are because that they're going to run it at a lower price. We're still a price conscious consumer driven market, but you're going to get some sales, and that's better than none. And you can kind of see what works and what doesn't and tweak and play with it and all that good stuff, and hopefully create a good selling item. London, UK just made the show as it's 1 a.m. here. Dude, thanks for being here. We're all the way in London, the UK. We got Northern Ireland when Declan's on here. Dude, Fast Turn Radio's gone worldwide. That's insane. Got a contacted from somebody in Africa saying that they watch. So craziness. We are truly an international show now. All right, so the next part. Yeah, so hot item, Amazon comes in, blew you out of the water. It happened to me too. That's actually one of the reasons that I tell people not to go too deep. There are certain times that I will, and that's mostly when I can get things at a low price and I can go deep to where when I match the suggested retail price, I'm still going to make a profit. That I don't mind going deep on because then you can compete even if Amazon comes in. Where I've gotten caught just hung out to dry is when I went deep on an over retail item, and it was Vitafusion B complex. They absolutely hung me out to dry when I had like $500, and that was at a time when like my total budget was I think 2,500. So there's my 20%. That's where the 20% rule came from. Never put more than 20% of your business into one product. Well, because that's about what I had, and I figured out it really hurt my business to lose that $500, but that I could still overcome it, and I could recoup over time and get that $500 back. But I had $500 in Vitafusion B complex, and Amazon came in and started selling it below my cost because I was buying it at Walmart for $4.97, selling a 3-pack for $15, and they came in at $14. What am I going to do? So I did. I took some of them and I bundled them with some other items, and I eventually moved them all. And that's why I say you can still get a few sales over here and over there, even though they're maybe killing you on the singles, or in this case it was a 3-pack. Well, take a single of the B complex and a single of some other vitamin and put those together, and okay, at least you're gonna get your money back. You're gonna work through it, and you may find out that you put the right two things together and you really hit a key, strike a chord with your consumer base, and now you've got a great item. So wait, you bought $4.97 and sold 3-packs for $15. Don't get where your profit is on that. No, I'm sorry, I should explain that better. I did not sell for $15. I was buying $4.97 for a 3-pack, so it cost me about $15 for the 3-pack. I was selling at about $30. When Amazon came in and started selling, they came in at like $14.50 or something, $14.95, I don't know. But they came in under what my actual cost was. So no, when Amazon was not there, I was able to sell between 28 and 32 all day long, and and they were flying. And even at the inflated price, we were able to sell about one an hour. So I mean, they were moving. I was happy. I was selling 14, 15 a day, running out of stock, and that's when I went, all right, I'm buying a bunch of this stuff, and I totally hung myself with that product. So Eating, not a good Amazon flip because they, until just recently, had never gone out of stock. It was not a good flip at all. They were so well stocked, it was insane. Now it might be right now. You guys can go try it. They're more than happy to try it. But at the time they came in, they had thousands of units, and they were solid. You can pull up the Keepa graph on it. You'll see. Amazon was there for a long time. They did recently go back out of stock, and they were out of stock for about a month and a half. And I cautiously sent a few in. I made some money on it again, but nothing I would ever go deep on. No way. Not once I figured out that they were on it too. I was not going to go deep and get caught a second time around. All right. So the second part of the question here. Also, is it wise to jump on an item that has a bad rank but zero FBA sellers? This is where you got to analyze a lot. Okay, why does it have a low rank? Is it because there's no FBA? Is it priced too high? Is it just a bad product in general? Is it a bad listing? Is the picture, somebody holding the product in their hand and they took the picture and you see their fingers in the background and it's blurry, and right, if it's a bad listing that you can clean up, then maybe it's a good, could be a good seller. I don't think I don't think just selling at FBA necessarily is going to make it good. It's possible. I've definitely had better luck selling things FBA than I have merchant fulfilled. I did that with some vacuum bags when I started early on. I merchant fulfilled them, like, I don't know, no, what was it? Merchant fulfilled, maybe $5 or $6. And I think I sent them in FBA, couldn't sell them, couldn't sell them, couldn't sell them. The listing was already there, but I just merchant fulfilled at like $6. They would not sell. So I decided to go ahead and send them in FBA, and they got there and they sold out within a couple of weeks. I think I had, I'd have to go back and really think about it. Maybe a dozen. I'm not sure. I think I had maybe a dozen, and they sold out over the course of a couple of weeks. FBA. So there is definitely better traction with FBA, but it is not, I don't think, going to take a bad product to make it good suddenly. So there's probably some other factors, and I would study the product and try to figure out exactly why it's bad, and will being an FBA seller and cleaning up the listing and maybe lowering the price, can all that come together? I think then you have a good chance of turning a bad seller into a good one. Oh, look, and Greg Purdy still sells vacuum bags. Yeah, these were like Eureka Double A. I got them at Lowe's for 2 cents a 3-pack. So I paid 25 cents. I do remember now. Yeah, I bought 12 altogether. I did not send in 12 because we used a couple of them here at the house. So I probably sent in about 8 or 10 of them. But yeah, I paid 2 cents a 3-pack. So for a quarter, I got a penny back. Well, no, I had to pay tax, whatever. But for 24 cents, I got a case of them. I wish I could find that deal now. That was before I was selling FBA. They just happened to sit in the garage for that long. All right. So, all right. Non-toy Christmas profits. Ah, yes. Do we have non-toy Christmas items that can be profitable? How can you make money if you're not selling toys on Amazon in the fourth quarter? Is it possible? What do you guys think? Do you think maybe there? No, Michael Flanagan says it can't be done. There you have. Oh, wait, Kristen's coming up with some ideas. Joe saying absolutely. Let's see. Brandon Gompers is here. And he says, heck no, it's not possible. Clothing. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm obviously being facetious. Of course you can. You absolutely can. Yeah, Replens Toys. Brian says he's selling non-toy items. Guys, the reason this all kind of ties in. The reason I have not been on Facebook in the last week is because I told you last week that my candy order, remember candy? Sound like a toy? No, not a toy. That's right. My candy order that was supposed to come in either yesterday or today. Actually, I got a call last Friday, and the driver said, I'll be there in about 20 minutes. And he's bringing a pallet of candy. I said, okay. Luckily, I was here. Had to go pick up my son, jump through some hoops, made it happen. But he dropped it off Friday. Fortunately, I have a 2-car garage, and one half of it's filled with bikes and a lawnmower and, just the junk that you keep in a garage, but the other half is where my wife parks. Well, since she was conveniently at work, I just moved that whole thing into the garage, and guess what has become my packing area and my warehouse for the yeah, candy. Yeah, go buy it now. Buy all the candy. Yeah. Um, no, I had it moved into the garage, and that's where I have spent. Let's see, I was in there Saturday and completely busted my butt. And I actually documented my day, but I busted my butt from 7 o'clock in the morning till about 3:30 in the afternoon. 8 hours, I was done. After 8 hours of being on my feet in the garage, I had all my work done. I was like, that's it. 3:30, I called it a day. I kicked back with the family. Done. I, I was good. Took Sunday off. Uh, I didn't have. I was waiting on because this thing came in on Friday. I did not have my Chris Manise. What's up, buddy? Chris says, "Sissy." Fact is, I didn't have all my supplies. I broke the cardinal rule. I ran out of packing paper and boxes. I did not expect this stuff to come in Friday. I thought it was going to be here Tuesday or Wednesday. Uline, it delivers next day. So I said, hey, as long as I um, have this, as long as I put my order in on Monday, it'll all be here Tuesday. Plenty of time for the candy to arrive. I'll do all my packing and have it all done. They came early. I did not, why not have that stuff Friday instead of waiting until Tuesday? I don't know. I dropped the ball. I wasn't thinking. So Sunday, I'm out of stuff to pack. Not out of stuff. I was out of packing material, so I couldn't do any more packing. I had everything done that I could do. I said it's a good day to take off, which is what I did. And then my stuff came in Monday afternoon. So I did some prep work Monday. Monday afternoon, they came in, started working Monday night. Tuesday, worked all day Tuesday. And then I did some retail arbitrage yesterday after I got done with the packing and the shipping. Went to Walmart, pulled a 3 buggy cart, and I chained 3 buggies together. Um, had them filled with just all kinds of clearance deals that were incredible. So I was going through Walmart, looking, doing the train, getting all the funny looks. I was happy as could be. Brought all that stuff home. Got it set up in the garage. Luckily my wife doesn't mind not being able to park in the garage. Uh, so I set all that stuff up, and that's what I spent today doing, was processing all of that. So now I'm caught up, and I have 2 wholesale orders hopefully coming in very soon. One would have been here, except I sent off the check and forgot to sign it. Here's another tip. When you send a check to somebody for a wholesale order, and this is a physical check because that's all they take, yeah, you might want to sign it. So they sent me an email, a nice email, and they said, oh, we got your check today. Thank you, but you didn't sign it. Well, what would you like us to do with it? Said, please send it back so I can destroy it, and I will get you a new one in the mail ASAP. So I sent a new check off that day, waiting on the other check to come back. Hopefully the two don't, get crossed up or something, and I end up with, double dips out of my account. But I don't think that's going to happen. Keep an eye on it. But I got other wholesale stuff coming in, and it's just it's busy. It's just a busy time of year. So I have just been in my makeshift processing room for the better part of outside of Sunday. That's what, 3 out of the last 4 days, 4 out of the last 5 days, I guess. I was in there, yeah, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, I've been living out there. And yes, I have my iPad and laptops and all that good stuff, but no, I'm working. That's all there is to it. So back to the topic of non-Christmas profits. There you go. That's let's see. I don't believe there was a toy in any of what I've sent in the last 4 days. Okay, I've sent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of items, and hundreds of pounds of items, not a single toy. So yeah, there are definitely things. Now that did get me thinking though, and this will tie into the next one too, I think. But so how do you find good selling non-Christmas items? Well, first of all, get out of the toy. Amazon is a data collection company, right? We all understand that they are not a retailer. That they don't they don't they sell, but they are not really a retailer. They are a data collection company. That's where they excel, is data collection. So they're bringing in the data. All you got to do is go find it and do a little searching. You know, you got camel, 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 which gives you great references on. And Michael Flanagan and I went through them last week. You know, the Christmas arch. That's what I've dubbed it. That's the, you know, October, November, December, January, February. That arch. That's the Christmas arch. Okay. You can go to camel, camel, camel. Look at the sales rank. Look at the history on this thing. Find something that has a Christmas arch. I guarantee you that's going to be a darn good seller in the November, December, January timeframe. It's going to freaking fly. Then you can see that these items that are normally maybe, you know, 10,000, all of a sudden they get up there and they're like a top 1,000. Or maybe they're 20,000 and they get to top 1,000. And, you know, and they carry that weight for a long time. So how do you find these? Well, first thing you do is get out of the toy category. Go on Amazon, select whatever category you want to sell in. You want to sell pet supplies? And that's what I was messing around in. I was like, you know, what don't I sell? What do I not have a clue about? And I can help answer this question. Pet supplies. I think I sold some chew sticks at one point a few months ago because I found them at Burlington Coat Factory. That's about it. All right. So go to pet supplies and type in Christmas, stocking stuffers, um, whatever, holiday, gifts. Start putting in very, very general search terms, and they're going to come back and they're going to go, hey, here's the best stuff that we found that matches your search. And then it's just a matter of following the rabbit trail. This pet supply is sold by this company. This company can be found on Google. I go on Google, I find that company, I send them an email. Suddenly I have a wholesale account for that product that Amazon's not selling. That's a #1 bestseller. And yes, it's out there because I found it tonight. It took me literally, I think 5 minutes. It might have been 10. And I had it. I had the information. I said, wow, there's a great product Amazon's never been on. This one is actually so good, it doesn't have the Christmas arch. Nope. That little sucker just rides up here in like the 2,000 plus range all the time. So at Christmas time, it's just going to sell that much better. So this one's Christmas arch is more like that. See, because it's like really good to great to really good again. That's how hard it was to find a viable product. So get into a category that you want to search. I even went into automotive. And put in a stocking stuffer or holiday or something. I don't know. And I came up with some neat little ideas. If you put it in Christmas, you'll get a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas automotive accessories. So that one wasn't so good. But guys, you know, how do you not sell toys? Stop looking at toys. There you go. Go look for the Christmas arch and something that's not a toy. You can see the sales rank on Camel, Camel, Camel. You can see the price history on Keepa. I don't know what more you want. Amazon's telling you what to sell. Amazon's giving you the manufacturer. Google will find the manufacturer for you. And you have Camel, 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 and Keepa telling you how well they sell and at what price. There you go. That's, you know, and careful, automotive is gated. Yes, it is gated. Automotive is totally gated. You know how hard it is to get into automotive? Here you go. You guys want the freebie of the night? Send them an email and say, can I sell automotive? That's it. There's no flat file to fill out. There's no pictures to submit. You say I want to sell automotive. So hey, cat's out of the bag. Everybody go sell automotive now. Watches was a little bit tougher, but yeah, it's insanely easy. I still haven't found anything to sell in automotive, but oh, they ask for pictures now, Mindy says. Okay. I'm sorry. I applied about 2 months ago. And I couldn't even get the application, like the normal application that you try to go through. Um, it was, oh my God, it didn't work. So I sent them an email and I said, I'm trying to get approved in automotive. How do I do it? And they sent me back the message saying you're approved. I said, okay, thanks. And sure enough, they sent me some ASINs and they said, here, you can check these ASINs and you're in. And yeah, Darla's the one that told me to try it. I had no intention of getting into automotive. She said, hey, can you try this? I said, sure. And So that's what I did. I tried to go through the normal process. It wouldn't actually submit my application. So I emailed them, opened up a ticket, emailed them. They emailed me back and said, no, you're good. You can sell automotive. Okay, thanks. I don't know. Looking for a case of motor oil now, I guess. Something. Oil filters. Maybe oil filters. I don't want to sell the liquids. Um, yeah, so I don't care if it's pet supplies, automotive, if you're in clothing, shoes, gated categories, regular categories, I don't care. Get out of toys and you'll find that's another thing. People ask me a lot of times because the fast turns and are there fast turns in every or they say what's the best category for fast turns? Well, guys, there's a number one bestseller in every single category. There's a movers and shakers list in every category. There's a top 100 in every category. I promise you, they all sell really, really fast. You just all you got to do is search for it. Amazon will tell you what to sell. All you got to do is ask them. They've got a list. There's a couple little tricks here and there, like if you change the page numbers, you can go a little deeper into the list, that kind of stuff. None of it's all that difficult. The the hardest thing to me to in finding products is determining what I want to sell. It's just what appeals to me. And I'm not a big ideas person, so it's sometimes hard for me to spark an idea. But once you got the idea, once you kind of know what what uh what you want to go after, following the trails, Lord, easy. It's a gimme. There's nothing to it. Um, so I hope that helps you understand non-toys. I am selling every wholesale account that I have for the Christmas season, with the exception of one, I believe, up to this point. And I don't know if you guys consider Rhode Island Novelty a toy seller or not. They just have a little bit of everything, so maybe two, because I have one that is actually just a toy distributor. But outside of that, everyone I have is non-toy. I really don't have intentions of being heavy in toy during Q4. I want everything to come wholesale. I'm getting into the things that I like and that I want to sell and that have the Christmas arch. Yes, I'm going to use that term. I'm going to pound it into your head because I think that's just a cool freaking little phrase, the Christmas arch. Because that's money. That's money in the bank. You find something with a Christmas arch, man, that means sales velocity is picking up simply because the number of sellers is picking up. And then the rank is increasing because it's probably a holiday themed item that just increases naturally. So it's going to sell faster due to increased volume of buyers, and it's going to sell faster due to the increase in demand by the higher volume of sellers, and that skyrocket. That's easy money, easy money. Yeah. So okay, I'm sorry, Kristen saying what is a common issue? I'm trying to keep up with the chat over here. Kristen, that's a common issue, I think. I wish I knew what the issue was. Oh, no money. Yeah, yeah. Well, that can be an issue. Yes, and that's it. It's been a while since I've run into the problem of not having enough money. Because normally I'm just kind of busy doing my own thing, and one week will roll into the next, and then hey, I get another deposit, or I sign up some coaching clients. Either way, there's just money coming in. Right now is one of the few times where I'm looking at my budget, and I'm not just ordering, $1,000 of this and $2,000 of that. No, I got to actually go, hey, is there enough money? Because I am buying so much stuff, and it is just you know, there's so much out there. There's so much to buy. It is insane. So, and none of it toys. I'm telling you, and none of my stuff is toys. Where do you find the Christmas arch? The Christmas arch is located on Camel, Camel, Camel. We talked about it last year. Um, let's see. Hey, Darla, can you pull up? Since I'm talking about it, can you get the picture that I posted from last year? It's or from last week, last year. I posted the picture in the coaching Facebook group just to make it easy, and you can, if you don't know how to like get the link to it, I can grab it real quick. If you can, that'd be cool. But yeah, Camel 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 will show you the sales rank. And what I'm talking about is you'll see over here in September, trying to do this with my hand to keep my hand away from the mic. Okay, you'll see in September, the rank is down here somewhere. Okay, so let's call this 20,000. Then October, it maybe climbs to 10,000. And then November, it gets really good. And it's maybe a top 1,000. And then December and January, it carries on. And it's still top 1,000. And then it starts to drop off in February and March. All right, there's the permalink. All right, hang on just a second. Let me see if I can grab the actual picture. Here's the one I want. Thank you, Darla. Very helpful. Let's see, and if I post it here, aha, bingo. All right, we'll put that on air. Okay, here's your Christmas arch. You see down here, I know you guys don't see my pointer on the screen, but you'll see down here in somewhere around October, it starts to climb up. And then you got December, January, or November, December, January, and then it starts to fall off a little bit after that. And that's a hard picture to see. I know it's small, but you that arch. That's the Christmas arch. That's what you're looking for in a product, because now not only is it, like I said, increased buyers, it's increased velocity, and Michael Flanagan laid that out perfectly last year. Hey, Bobby Miller, what's happening? Okay, so that's the kind of arch that you're looking for. You want that one that takes off at Christmas time. You know, this time of year, obviously. Now, if you're doing that in say June, you know, that's not a product you definitely or necessarily want to jump on, because it's June. It's kind of the dog days. You're not going to sell as quickly. But right now, when we're stocking up for Q4, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Ron Louderback, what's happening? Man, everybody's here tonight. How many people do we have? We have 105. Wow. That's the first time we've been over 100 in a while. Good deal. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who's here. Robert Watson, thank you for all your help getting the Dropbox screenshot up there. So, yeah, I think we've pretty well covered the non-toy profits now. God, I love non-toy. I love non-toy because everybody's going after toys. And I'm saying run after those toys. And they're going to make a fortune with those toys. And that's awesome. You guys do it. I don't want the toys. Gomper's fist bump. Here we go. All right, Sarah asks a very specific question that I wish I had a better answer to, but I will do my best. Has Duane put together any successful Christmas bundles? I would like to experiment with that this year, but I would like to first see an example of some. Here's the problem. I'll show you my Christmas bundles. I've kind of outed my own products, and I don't really feel the need to do that. Now, I'll do that in my coaching group. If people want to know, you know, I can show them some of the things that I've done, and I have not done bundles, okay? What I've done is Christmas multi-packs, because last year, last year the rule was the same, but they did not enforce it the same way. Oh, thank you, Bobby. She just tweeted about the Spreecast. I am not a Twitterer. I'm on Twitter, but I am not good at it, so I appreciate that. Duane, no show. Search a product and add the word bundle. Yes. Yeah, that is definitely one way, because policy, what Brandon's saying is search for a product and add the word bundle. So you could put in Christmas bundle. You might get some hits. I didn't actually come up with any when I tried that, but technically you are supposed to add the word bundle in your title. So, and you want Christmas to be in there, because if people come in and they start searching for Christmas items, you want the title's going to carry a lot of weight for the search results. So, yeah, some people don't use the word bundle. Technically, you're supposed to use the word bundle and identify the number of pieces within the bundle. So, if you were to create a Christmas bundle, you could say, you know, stocking, Christmas stocking and Christmas hangers, 4-piece bundle. You know, which would have 2 Christmas stockings and 2 stocking hangers, you know, that kind of thing. So you can try to search, but you know, really, I prefer to just create my own bundles by doing the customers who bought this also bought that. So I find a popular product. I see that there's another popular product that goes along with it. Like I said, stockings are going to be popular. Stocking hangers, the little mantle things, I'm sure are going to be popular. So why not take your stocking and take your hangers, and there's your bundle. That's kind of my idea. Or take your Christmas tree shaped Wilton cake pan and some cookie cutters. Because if somebody's baking the little Christmas tree thing, they probably want some Christmas tree cookie cutters or whatever. I mean, it's just going to be there for you. Yeah, policy use the word bundle and the item count. That's it. Uh, but I don't have any specific examples because I didn't do bundling as much last year. Uh, but what I did was a lot of multi-packs because at that time, though the policy was the same as it is now on multi-packs, it wasn't enforced. So I could reuse the same UPC code for the item single and then the multi-pack. All right, whatever number of multi-packs, I could reuse that UPC in the grocery, and this is in the grocery category. I should make that clear. So, here I was selling my candy, and I would make 2 packs and 3 packs and 6 packs and all that good stuff, reusing the same UPC, and those freaking flew. And I would use the words Christmas in stocking stuffer and all that kind of stuff in there to try to improve the ranking, and that worked really well. So that I know that stuff works. And again, just look for the Christmas hearts. It'll tell you what to sell. And you put those things together, whether it's a bundle or a multi-pack, and you can still do multi-packs in grocery. You just need to get help from seller support to do it. You need their authorization, and they need to reuse that same UPC for you. You're not going to be able to do it on your own. So it's not that you can't do this stuff. You just need authorization to do it. Seller support can give you that authorization. Yes, it freaking flew. It did. I mean, and everything does. That's why you don't have to play around in toys and compete with everybody. Different UPCs for multi-packs. You are supposed to use the same UPC for the multi-pack unless it is a manufacturer created multi-pack, in which case it will have its own UPC. Do not use your own UPC for a multi-pack that you create. Hopefully that sums it up. It makes it clear. Yes, you got it. Good. Awesome. All right. So that's I wish I could give you some great examples, but I just don't have them. All right. Joe asks, thoughts on a quick battle plan for gated grocery, beauty, HPC categories. How many sales do you have beforehand? Which categories are easier to apply for first, etc. Okay. And Bernice says, so what do we buy UPCs for? Those are for products that you bring to market, namely bundles. Bundles, you have to use your own UPC. You cannot use a UPC from any one of the items within the bundle. You have to use your own unique UPC. So, yes, leading edge codes is where I buy mine. eBay, it's like $7 for 100 of them. You'll be good to go for a while. And they just email them to you in a text file like within a couple hours last time I bought them. Okay, so quick battle plan for gated grocery. It is so weird with the gated categories of grocery, beauty, health, and personal care because they require 3 invoices, but some people get approved with 3 receipts. Some people have to apply 7 times before they get approved, and they need packing slips and invoices. And some people have been okay with screenshots. Others have had to scan the stuff in. I don't have a good plan for you. I would order online so that at least you have invoices coming in, and that you can hopefully get the packing slips, the invoices, whatever you need. I would order from an online source. I would not try to buy locally and use a cash register receipt. But I've heard of people doing that. Somebody posted in ScanPower University today that worked for them. So they were able to go to Costco, buy 6 of 3 different items, get 3 different receipts from the store. They submitted that, and they were approved. So it depends a lot on who you're dealing with. Now, okay, see, and there's Mindy saying that she got approved with store receipts, and Kathy saying that she needed invoices. So Yeah, and Bob nails it. Depends on who reviews your approval request, and it varies drastically. It just depends who is looking at your stuff and whether or not they like it. Same thing, watches I found very easy to get into. Um, Other people have had a hard time. All I did was submit a few pictures. They approved 4 out of 5 pictures immediately. One, I needed a second picture, so I just grabbed a different picture, gave it to them, and they said, "Yep, we're good to go." Okay, so watches was very easy. I already talked about automotive. So those are some of the easiest categories to get into. Shoes, handbags, luggage looked a little tougher. Clothing, I've heard, is the toughest. Industrial is another one that you need like 50 SKUs on a flat file upload. Not sure I would mess with those. So quick battle plan, order some stuff online. Actually, quick battle plan, buy some stuff in store, submit those receipts immediately. If you get denied, then go order online and try to submit them that way. Just keep reapplying. That's my battle plan. Keep freaking reapplying because it's ridiculous the disparaging reports that we get back in who gets approved and how. So yeah. Uh, DVDs. I don't know a lot about the DVDs. I know Chris and Shar did an entire spreecast on getting approved in DVDs. I would have to refer you back to them. Uh, I I have not done the DVD thing. I was never big on media anyway, and once they did this whole gated over $25, cool. Again, somebody else can go sell DVDs. I've got other stuff I can sell. I don't need to play around in that field. Not comfortable with it. Too many reports of counterfeits and knockoffs and too easy to get in trouble. I'm not a fan of media. When I'm talking about media, DVDs specifically. Books, I know they're media, but not really. I mean, it's a book. Nobody's going to shut you down for a book. Um, but books I don't like because it takes too much time to try to describe everything, and you got to go through each page and make sure that there's highlighting on page 6, and there was a dog ear on page 17 or whatever. Not getting into it, so I avoid books, media, all that stuff. I leave that up to those who like that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to work on my 30K books. No, I do not want to touch your 30,000 books, Bob Willie. You are the man. You are the book man, and you are welcome to them. Greg Murphy does $1 million business on books. I think Sam Cohen does a lot of books. There are definitely book guys out there. There are a lot of people making money with books. A lot of people making money with DVDs. I'm just not one of them. I'm okay with that. So that's my quick battle plan: is just attack. Send in lots and lots and lots of receipts. Cherie Smith loves books. They're so easy. There you go. See, so you think maybe there's enough room for all of us on Amazon? The people that, oh my God, I can't believe you're training competition and you're doing spreecast and you're giving people informative stuff that they can take action on and they might become a better seller. Oh my gosh, how dare you? Yeah, you doofus. You can't sell everything on Amazon. There's so much room for all of us. That pie is so big we can't all possibly eat it. So get over it. Char asks, I'd love to hear how other people determine a replenishment number for a product for Q4 based on sales in Q1 through 3. Um, Michael Flanagan and I talked a lot about that last week, and the simple answer would be to pump up your volume by about 2 to 3 times what you were selling and just keep a close eye on it. So if you're selling 3 a day right now, I would probably plan on sending in maybe 100 of those. So 3 a day right now, that would be a month's supply. I would send in that 1 month's supply, but plan on replenishing every week versus every month. Okay, so that's kind of my game plan. That's what I'm trying to do. Is take a month's supply, send it in, and watch it much more closely than I do quarters 1 to 3. And I think the long term is going to end up being about 2 to 3 times the normal sales pace. That's my take on it. That's my guess. If you guys have some better ideas, go for it. There, Enduring Bamboo says two times in November, 3x in December. Michael Flanagan, I'm using 3x to start, sending in 45 days worth. That's only because I am part-time and I process a lot at one time. There you go. So there's a couple of different ideas for Shar and everybody else out there. Good question though. Man, seven votes on this one. Kristen got some traction. Kristen asks, anyone doing last minute Halloween stuff? Thanksgiving. When is it too late for these items? All right. Yeah, I kind of had a disaster with my Halloween distributor, and they contacted me last Thursday and said, "Hey, is this your order?" After I'd submitted my order like a week prior, they said, "Is this your order?" I said, "Yeah, that's my order. That's what I want." And I hadn't heard back from them, so I called them the other day. It was like 2 days ago, and I said, "Hey," called my rep, left a message. Got the order email. I replied to it. I haven't heard anything back. We're getting kind of close to Halloween when you look at lead times and all that kind of stuff. So what's going on? I haven't heard back from the rep in 2 days. So at this point, yeah, I'm thinking it's too late for Halloween if you're ordering from a wholesale. Now, if you're going to the store and you're buying caramel, apple, whatever, or candy corn flavored what M&Ms I think I saw the other day, candy corn, white chocolate M&Ms. Not a great price on them, but anyway, if you're doing that kind of stuff, yeah, you still have time for Halloween. I mean, you could ship it in, especially if you do split shipments, so you're not going to send to one warehouse and then wait for it to be trans-shipped. If you're actually going to ship straight to them, I mean, it'll be there in 2 or 3 days. If you shipped out tomorrow, tomorrow's a bad example because it's Thursday. But, well, let's say you ship out tomorrow. It's going to go in transit Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's going to be stuck. Monday, it should be at one of your warehouses, I would assume. My closest warehouse takes 2 days, 3 days, and then about a week to my furthest warehouse. So, you're going to have stuff there. We're at the 8th, so 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Somewhere around the 13th or 14th, you should start having that stuff in stock. That still gives you a good solid 2 weeks. If you're at the 13th, 14th of October, you've still got a solid 2 weeks of sales. Because, yeah, those Prime members are going to buy right up till like October 29th. Because, when is Halloween? Let's make sure it's not on a weekend. It's on a Friday. So even if it shows up Friday afternoon and it's Halloween candy and they're going to throw it at the kids Halloween night, they may order right up till the 29th. They might order the 30th and get it next day shipped. You never know. That's right. The Halloween Arch. There you go, Kristen Ostrander. I hope I said that right. Yeah, she nailed it. The Halloween Arch. You got that same arch, baby. Yeah, should we just call it the Holiday Arch? I don't know. I don't like that though. I don't like not naming Christmas. Now, I don't mind Happy Holidays because I figure that covers Christmas and New Year's, and it's kind of like Happy Holidays that time of year. But I like calling Christmas, man. Uh, you don't actually throw Halloween candy at the kids. Yeah, no, you don't. You kind of drop it in their bag or whatever. But yeah, so I think you've got plenty of time if you're doing retail arbitrage on Halloween stuff. I think you're a little behind if you're doing either Halloween or even Thanksgiving. Hey, if you're doing Thanksgiving, get those orders in now. If you have stuff that you want, don't do like I did and wait till the last minute because you see, I screwed up. I am not going to get, and this was some profitable crap, man. I was going to make some money and I blew it. And I could get mad and stomp my feet and I could try to blame my distributor and how the rep handled it and all that. No, this is on me. I screwed this up. I waited way too long to make that call. I was talking to Brandon Gompers at CES on November 5th or 6th, the last day of CES, and I was talking about the Halloween stuff. But when did I actually get around to ordering it? Like 2 weeks later. So, that's all on me. Totally blew it. Don't be like me. Don't mess it up. If there's Thanksgiving stuff that you want, get it now. And if Darla's brilliant. She really is. She's already thinking of Easter, Valentine's Day. I mean, she is months out. Here I am. I'm playing around days out. She's out there months ahead of the game. So Yeah, can we wholesale turkey and gravy? Yes, you can. Yeah, make sure as long as they're made of plastic. I don't think I would go with the frozen turkey, but yeah, some canned gravy, maybe a little turkey figurine. You're okay, but no, I don't think you can do turkey and gravy. No. Um, Turkey in a can. Oh, that just sounds awful. That sounds like spam Thanksgiving style or something. That's nasty. Cherie says Halloween trade show is in January. So there you go. People you got to get in there early. And if you're in Darla's wholesale course, that's something she talks about extensively is trade shows and how to work those trade shows. And yeah, you start in January, you build those relationships so that you can be on top of things much better than I am. Come Halloween time, you can capitalize. Yeah, Celeste, spam, 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 spam. Yeah, we all love spam, baby. All right, so that's my take on it. RA, you can still do Halloween, Thanksgiving, of course. If you're doing retail arbitrage, you're good. Oh, and don't forget, sales are going to come up late November. Keep your eye out for the candy corn that's like on sale for a quarter. I cleaned up with a lot of candy after Halloween last year, so there's going to be that side too. But retail arbitrage are still good. Wholesale, a little late on Halloween. Get on Thanksgiving. Get on Christmas. Um, how often do you reprice during December? Reprice every hour. No, too busy. I reprice. I tell people to reprice every 48 hours. Okay. Or yeah, every 48 hours normally. When you're first starting, you want to make sure your sales are moving. You want to make sure you're in the buy box and you keep everything going. You want to reprice no more than every 2 days. Come Christmas time, I'm too busy. Chances of me repricing a whole lot during the holidays are slim to none. And this came up too. Yes, I am my own repricer. I have my SKUs set up, so it's real easy for me to do my repricing. I can kind of see the figures. Now that Amazon includes the Amazon fees as one of the columns in your inventory list, makes it super simple to reprice. So yeah, I can fly through the repricing in a heartbeat. Do I reprice every hour? No. Uh, you're too busy. I mean, I don't know how anybody has time to do anything other than ship and eat during that time. Because maybe I've done a little better this year, I hope, with some of this wholesale stuff that I'm busting my butt on now so that it's in place and taken care of. But I'm really afraid I don't have enough of it and that I'm going to have to, order more and be out in the garage again packing more pallets in November because I don't actually have enough. But we'll see how it all plays out. And no, Kristen, I do not have a repricer. I reprice manually. This came up in the Scam Power University Spreecast. Um, that somebody asked, um, how many SKUs I have. Oh, yeah, Chris asked me. He said, how many SKUs do I have? And I had to go look. I have 140 SKUs. So if I just go to my active SKUs, it doesn't take but maybe half an hour to burn through 100 SKUs, and you can reprice them real quick. I have my price at the end of my MSKU, so I have the price that I paid at the end of the MSKU. I have the FBA fees. Add those two together, figure out what, and you got your buy box sitting right there. I mean, it's all right there in front of you. Oh, Cherie says she has to go. Uh, she'll watch the replay several times. I don't think it's worth watching several times, but you know, thank you for being here, Cherie. Thank you for watching the replay if you do. Canned fruitcake. Wow, that sounds disgusting. 110 viewers, really? Wow, 111. Awesome. That's fantastic. Uh, we are not going to get. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of questions left, and it's already 9 o'clock. We may have to carry this over to next week's show. Bernice asks, how to figure out shipping times. When do you start to see the lag in getting shipments checked in? I'm already seeing them. I've noticed that. Just like I told you, usually I can get things in 2 days to the warehouse. I'm already starting to see that my 2 days to Tennessee is arriving in 2 days, but it's not really getting checked in until the third day. So I'm already starting to see the lag, and it's going to get more and more. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, Oak 4. I just got assigned Oak 4, so I don't know much about them. I've heard nothing good about them, but yeah, it's it's slow now, and it's just gonna keep getting worse. I assure you. So, um, yeah, travel times will get worse. I mean, it's just a fact. If you know you want to get something there, send it as soon as possible. That's my best advice to you. Do not wait until the last minute. It will not make it. Um, it's just going to get worse. That's all. That's what I can tell you. So plan, lag time. I'd say add a week. You want to be on the safe side, add a week to what you normally see. All right, just in case you guys don't have it, I think most of you are in the coaching anyway, but and for those of you who are, I appreciate it. But if you do want to find out more about my coaching, there it is, DuaneMalikCoaching.com. You can go there and sign up, become a part of the group. I think I currently have 25, maybe 30 videos that cover everything that anybody has asked me that I could explain in a video. So it is video based, but there is also a Facebook group that goes along with it. So if you have questions as you go through the videos, as you just start your journey into replens and fast turns and all that kind of stuff, it's a great group. We're all there to help you. I am not as active right this minute as I normally am because I'm busy, but there's over 300 people that are in the group. I'm pretty sure somebody in there is going to be able to help you. And if not, they're going to be able to point you in the right direction to get help. And I'm going to help as much as I possibly can. So that's the coaching. Covers everything from replens, bundling, knowing your numbers to Amazon flips, Kohl's flips, and the gambit of support videos in between, just like I talked about, how to set up your repricing. So personally, I think it's good stuff. Otherwise, I wouldn't put it out. All right, Jordan, back to the questions. Jordan asks, I have heard the term one box shipment before. What is that and how does that strategy play out? Is it cutting a shipment out of your outgoing inventory rather than listing 200 items and packing them in many boxes, or did I make this up? I don't know what a one box shipment is, unless you're talking about Jordan sourcing, so he's not here. That's all right. I'll answer it the best. What I would imagine is inventory placement is one option, but also if you're the right person in the right place at the right time and you send the right quantity of items and all this magic comes together, you might be able to ship all your stuff to one fulfillment center even without inventory placement. So that's my best guess as to what people are talking about. For instance, if I've just got assigned a new one warehouse shipping place, which is CVG3 in Kentucky. If I send 18 or more items, it looks like is the magic number, then most of the time I will get CVG3. That is not always the case. Also case packs. If I say I've got 10 case packs, normally they will go to CVG3. The other day I did case packs and it split them up into 3 warehouses. So it said, yeah, send 2 of your cases here and 3 of your cases here and 2 of your cases over there. Okay, so you never really know for sure. So mine goes to Kentucky, and they used to go to AVP. They don't go to AVP anymore. I haven't seen that warehouse in a while. And yeah, Bob Willie says, remember, if you go to AVP1 or other distribution center, you will get another 2+ week delay as it is shipped to other fulfillment centers. Yeah, that has definitely gotten longer too. The transshipping, there's been stuff where I sent like 50. I sent 50 of something to, I don't know if it was AVP or CVG at the time, because they just changed that on me. But I sent 50 of them in, and I swear those things have been in transit for over a week now. So yeah, it's getting pretty substantial in the lead times when you send a lot of stuff. Yeah, so some of the items may get to other warehouses sooner. Michael Flanagan saying that's true if you're talking about all your items. Some of them that are going to maybe a closer facility will be live sooner than those that are going all the way to California or Phoenix or something. But yeah, anyway, it takes a while for your inventory to show up. Ah, Lordy, we're trying here. All right, Ramona asks, I would like to know parameters that some experienced sellers use to determine if a product is worth creating a new page for, especially if it's a seasonal item. I answer that in two ways. One, I hate creating my own listing. Two, I love creating my own listing. Here, is that clear enough for you? Uh, I hate creating my own listing page, but I love the results from it. When you create your own page, you become the only seller on that page. And it may not last for a long time, but for a little while, you're going to have this little piece of the world all to yourself. And I like that a lot. So I'll do that with bundles and I'll do that with multi-packs. And I will create my own page. My parameter is I got to be able to make $100 off of it. I just figure the time and the effort that I'm going to put into it, if I'm not going to make $100 off of it, I'm not creating the page. I am not going to create a page like this is eBay where I sell one little fluffy bunny and then it's done. And that little fluffy bunny is never going to be sold again. No, I'm going to at least make $100 profit after everything is said and done. $100 profit, or I'm not making the page. Other people are better at making pages than I am, and they're better with Photoshop. Personally, I use remove the background, so that's added into my cost. If I'm going to do 3 pictures, it's going to cost me about $7.50. But I found that that's a better use of my time and my money than trying to use Photoshop to do my own background removal. Uh, Paula says, I'll make a page for $50. There you go. Maybe you get with Paula, Keen Deals, and she'll make the page for you. Maybe I have to get with her and she'll make a page for me. But that's just my general thing is I want to make $100 profit after it's all said and done so that I can justify creating that page. And really, I want to create a page that's going to be even longer term than that. I like stuff where that page is going to exist for a while. I mean, I have pages that I made. My first page that I created was up until the product ran out. It was toothpaste from the Dollar Tree. I was selling toothpaste 3-packs from the Dollar Tree, and that was one of the first pages I ever created. Oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't even create that one. I just totally lied. I remember who created that one. He just jumped off of it, so it became mine almost immediately, and he's like, "Here, have it." But that showed me the power of having your own page. I do remember the first one I ever created, and that one is still up, and that was from May of last year, I believe. So, uh, I want something that's going to be long running. So that's over a year and a half or so, or right about a year and a half that page has been up, and that product is still viable. And yes, people have found it, and people are still listing on it, but I am too. And I want a long-term play. I don't want, oh, I'm going to create a page, I'm going to sell these 5 and then move on. Not my thing. So at least $100 is my minimum. Can you toss out an idea or two for bundles to get the old brain turning that does not involve grocery, please? Sure. Well, I did one already, and that would be the Christmas stocking and the stocking hangers. Okay, I think that's actually a viable bundle. I would do a little research on that, but I think that's there. If you wanted to do a pre-made stocking for dogs, you want to go into the pet category again. You're going to put in maybe a little chew toy and some rawhide sticks or something. I'm going to put it in a cute little dog-faced Christmas stocking, and that's your bundle. It only has to be maybe 3 or 4 pieces, and there you go. I was looking at the pet stuff, and I saw like plastic, so it's not glass, it's not breakable. Well, I mean, I guess plastic's breakable to some extent, but little fish bowls. So they had the little fish bowls, and one of the top sellers with the fish bowl, go figure, was fish food. So why not take your little bottle of fish food and put it with your little fish bowl, and there's your bundle. And that stuff's going to sell. That's going to be a gift to some little kid that wants a fish for Christmas. So here's your starter kit. Here's your food, and here's your bowl, and have your parents go buy the fish for you. And Joe says no rawhide, Duane. Those are dangerous for dogs. Yeah, I know. I I give my dogs rawhide. Sorry, it's just a fact. Not gonna lie to you intentionally, but uh, I do lie on occasion, but it's totally unintentional. Just like when I said I created that listing. But yeah, again, Travis, get outside of the category that you want to create a bundle in and just start searching. And now, Joe, I think I've just lost a friend in Joe, and she'll probably never watch this Spreecast again. But so be it. I It's who I am, man. I'm sorry, I can't tell you that I'm not giving my dogs rawhide. They enjoy the little sticks. I know it's not good for them. But yeah, all right, Joe, we can agree it's going to be just like credit cards. People say they use credit cards. I tell them no. I can't believe they use credit cards, but we're still friends. So hopefully we can have that kind of relationship. Yeah, a fish net and food. There you go. You want to do a fish net and food. I mean, I don't care. You know, whatever category you choose. Just start looking at the popular stuff and put Christmas or holidays or gift in the search bar in just that particular category and run with it. Amazon's a data company. Got all the stuff for you. It's right there in front of you. So I talk about grocery because that's what I'm doing a lot of. But you know, so get out of the grocery. Go to pet supplies. Go to automotive. Go to home and kitchen and dining. I think kitchen and dining might have some good bundle possibilities right now. Think think about this, guys. What do we say after the holidays? Oh my God, I can't believe I put on 20 pounds over Christmas, right? You know, because we have Thanksgiving, and then right after that is Christmas, and then we have New Year's. So we're eating, we're drinking, we're partying, we're just having fun, and we're treating our bodies like crap, and we're putting on a ton of weight. Yeah, well, somebody's making all that food, and to make that food, they use cake pans and whisks and beaters and mixing bowls. Um, yeah, kitchen and dining stuff is going to be pretty stinking popular, I do believe. Uh, you know, bar accessories are going to be popular. People are going to, hey, we're throwing a big party, so let's get the shakers and let's get the little swirly, I forget what they call the stick things, you know. But yeah, I mean, you know, oh man, there's so many possibilities. My brain's just going nuts right now. I mean, you can get like the little liquor pourers. You know, think about making drinks and what goes into it. You know, the little stone cubes that you freeze. I got those for Christmas last year. I thought they were awesome. Just freeze these little stones and you put them in your whiskey or your scotch or whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe scotch you drink at room temperature. I'm not a scotch drinker, but anyway, uh, you know, so yeah, those little stones were really popular. Well, pull up the little freezer stones and see what else went with them. What else did guys who got that? What else were bought for them? Because that's a total guy gift. We just bought some for a guy for a wedding shower. You know, it's like 98% of the list is the stuff women want, and then I saw whiskey stones on there. I was like, dude's getting some whiskey stones. That's just cool. The guy's got to get something. So I grabbed him some whiskey stones. You know, so go someone pull it up. Go look at whiskey stones and see what else goes with them. And I'm sure you'll get some ideas. There you go. Follow the rabbit trails. 5 questions left, and it's already 9:15. When is a good time of year? And this is from Daniel Kretz. Daniel, again, congratulations on winning the Dymo package. So excited to give that away. And that was so hard to decide. I got to tell you guys, I thought it was going to be easy, and I made it clear that I was going to make the decision, and there was no way I could. I looked at it, and I was like, dude, I love all these stories. I love all these people. I don't know what to do. And so I turned to an impartial third party and I said, read these submissions and tell me what you think. And I'll tell you, Daniel won because Daniel said, help me get my sleep back. And that just totally resonated. And yeah, so he got a free Dymo and Scotty Peeler from Bubble Fast, month of Scan Power list from Scan Power. Michael Flanagan threw in 3,000 labels for his new Dymo printer. So it was about a $150 package that he got set up with. It was a pretty sweet little thing that just kind of came together, and I was happy to do it, and it was good stuff. So again, congratulations! Glad you already got it up and running. That's awesome. Yeah, Scotty peelers might be one of the best things I learned about from my group. Yes, Scotty peelers are a must-have for anybody doing retail arbitrage. All right, so when is a good time of year to buy QuickBooks? The deals mentioned in the coaching group were only for a PC version, and I'm on Mac. I would buy QuickBooks now. The longer you wait, the harder it is to backfill that information. So I would get QuickBooks immediately. Um, I don't have any good deals on them. I got QuickBooks originally at Sam's Club. That's where I bought mine. They have the Mac version, I believe. You can definitely the last version I bought, which was 2014, I downloaded from Amazon, and then my hard drive got wiped, and I just went on Amazon again and re-downloaded it. It had all my information. So um, yeah, I love QuickBooks, and I would say just go download it from Amazon. Spend the money on it, get it done. If that's the direction you want to go, and that's what I did, then just do it. Suck it up, spend the money, buy it. All right, Ron's saying not yet. Okay, I'll leave that up to you. Um, let's see. Robert Watson, you changed your philosophy on inventory placement Q4. No, I do not. Not one bit. I just sent out literally hundreds and hundreds of boxes, and most of them went to the same place. I have no need for inventory placement. I'm either sending case packs or I'm sending huge quantities that hopefully get put together. And I say hopefully, I don't necessarily want inventory placement. Really, there are some things that I put in small quantities because I wanted them to go to different warehouses. I wanted them available quicker, and the only way to do that was to sidestep the large quantity going to one disbursement center, like Bob Willie was talking about earlier. I didn't want it to go to AVP or CVG. I wanted it to go straight to B&A, and I wanted it to go straight to RIC 2, and then Oakland got theirs, or Oak. They're not really in Oakland, but it's Oak 4. So yeah, I wanted to send that stuff straight to where it was going to be sent out from, and I wanted it in place now. So I am probably even less of a fan of inventory placement in Q4 than I am now. But no, I'm just not big on it. I've looked at it. The fees get pretty drastic kind of quickly. It just not my thing. Uh, so anyway. Oh, Ron said, sorry, Duane, he was talking to somebody else, so he wasn't saying not to buy QuickBooks yet. He was talking about something else. But Ron said, now he's saying, I used inventory placement for 2 shipments, one international, oh, no, sorry, one intentional, because I didn't have much to send out, needed to ship, and the second because I forgot to shut it back off. Yeah, that is the one time I think inventory placement actually makes sense, is when you have small shipments. Okay, if you've got like 20 items total, then it's probably going to be beneficial to you monetarily to go ahead and use inventory placement. I've considered that, but I just sucked it up and sent the extra. Kathy Capra says, what is inventory placement? That is where you can pay Amazon a small fee, and all of your items of a like SKU will go to a single warehouse. That does not mean all of your items will go to the same warehouse. It just means all of a specific SKU will go. Now, normally, all of your SKUs, if they're standard sized, will be lumped together and they will all go to one warehouse, but not necessarily. So, yeah, right. And Robert's saying, yeah, using inventory placement versus sending 2 items to Oak, which I did. I actually did. I sent exactly 2 items to Oak. No profit. Not going to make a single dime off of it, but still, I didn't want to just mess with inventory placement. But no, not a big fan here. Oh, how do you list a case pack on Amazon in the same? Is it the same as a single product? Joe asked that, and Joe. Oh, wait, maybe someone's already answered it. Yeah. Okay. There you go. She's already answered it. Thank you, Joe. Joe answered Joe's question. Awesome. I don't have to. Have you tried the beta inventory page on Seller Central? If so, what do you think? CL, I have not. I have not uh, gone down that road yet, so I cannot give you any insights whatsoever. Taxjar.com. Let's hit this one real quick. I'm going to make this a simple yes or no. Hopefully, you guys know that Taxjar now offers a service for $20 per filing per state. They will file your sales tax for you. And I am just curious, how many, If you think you will take advantage of that service, because I'm just trying to, I have no affiliation with TaxJar. I've never actually spoken with Mark. I've chatted with him, but I've never spoken to him. Um, so I just want an honest response. Would you use that service? So just to clarify, it is $20 per state per filing. So if you file monthly, it's going to be $20 per state each month. If you file quarterly, it would be $20 quarterly for each state. Now this is different than their normal service. You know, their normal service just collects the sales tax data. This is their filing service. Okay. Yeah, the reports. Okay. Most people are saying no, and some are saying yes. But the no's are definitely uh, sales tax is easy for me, says Kathy Capra, because she is an accountant. Yes, you definitely have a strong advantage over the rest of us. Okay, so that was kind of my feeling. It looked like it was about 95% saying no. Now, TaxJar, I love TaxJar. So you guys know, I love TaxJar. I love the reporting side. I like being able to go in, see my reports, grab that information, file my taxes. It takes me like 10 minutes. No big deal. The paying them to file per state, the filing side of their service, I have not used, and just seems awfully high. But I know they have a lot of work that goes into it that they must. I don't think Mark's out there trying to rip anybody off. They put a lot of effort into creating this system. Um, but man, if you're filing, there's like 20, I think there's 26 states that you could possibly have Nexus in. So I'm looking at that as like 26 states, $20 a state. That's $520 a month just to have my taxes, sales taxes filed. That gets pretty steep. So yeah, it's in addition to gathering the tax and info. Yeah, I love their data collection. The filing side, nah, I don't know that I'm such a big fan. But okay, I've been meaning to ask that for like 2 weeks now. All right, can you explain how to add Amazon sales to QuickBooks? No. No, I cannot. I am trying to learn how to do it better than what I do now. For right now, everything goes into my bank account, and all I do is disbursements. Okay, so I keep it very simple. So as I load my bank statement into my QuickBooks, I'm seeing the disbursement from Amazon. That's after their fees are all taken out. That comes in as income. The expenses are all going to be on the my purchasing of items, my office supplies, cost of goods, that kind of stuff is going to come out. When it comes time to file with my CPA, what I do is I take the 1099 that I get from Amazon and I pull the report. You can pull a report to see all the fees that you paid on the year. So I hand them the 1099. I hand them the fees that I paid for the entire year. I don't actually track that in QuickBooks, and that's what I use. Now, somebody did recently tell me that you can go in there and set it up to show the Amazon fees being taken out, but I have not done it yet. Now I'm curious. Let's see. Kathy, who is the accountant, says I've only been doing one state in QuickBooks right now. I will need to figure out how to add other states. Oh, okay. I thought maybe she was going to give us some insights on how to track um, the QuickBooks Amazon sales, but no, I don't have a good answer for you. I'm sorry. All I do is use the disbursement as income and track all my other information as my expenses. That's it. Almost an hour and a half of just answering questions. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. I have almost 100 people that stuck through the whole thing. And man, for not having a topic for the night, sure did go a while. That was awesome. Very, very cool. Text fast turns to 71441. You will get a reminder 30 minutes before the show. You get a text message just reminding you, hey, Fast Turn Radio is coming up in 30 minutes. So you just text the word fast turn to 71441. You'll get a reminder. Oh, speaking of fast turns, special deal from Bubble Fast that I want to throw out there. If you want the small combo pack from Bubble Fast, then you can actually use product coupon code small combo, all one word. We'll put that up, and you will save 15%. That is for Fast Turn Radio listeners, watchers, group attendees, members, whatever. Use the promo code small combo. You will save 15% on the small combo bag, and you will also get a set of Scotty peelers, or a Scotty peeler maybe. I forget which. Mark just said he's going to throw in some. He said he's going to add a Scotty peeler. So I don't know if that's a set of Scotty peelers or just one. But either way, going to save 15%. Get a Scotty peeler if you order from Bubble Fast. Oh, Celeste said, thanks, Duane. This was my first live chat. Fast turn. All right. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate you attending live. Thank you, everybody who. Oh, Amy's here. Amy Wynn Trackman. Karen Cardelio. Screwing up names. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for being here. Bob, thank you for being here. Mike Brim, so many people. I appreciate all of you showing up, listening to the now hour and a half Spreecast. So what is the special group you were talking about? That's my coaching group. Yeah, or the Fast Turn Radio group. That either one gets. Those are both my special groups. I don't know what I said. Yeah, I have a public Facebook group, and then I have my private one for coaching clients only. Those are my two groups. So if you want to join the Facebook group that's open to the public, it is. There, Darla's on it, dude. Just that quick. Darla's already got it. Let's see. We can stop the scrolling fast enough. There you go. Facebook.com/groups/FastTurnRadio is the public group that everybody is welcome to be a part of. And if you are a coaching member, you signed up at DuaneMalekCoaching.com, then you get into the private group. And yes, Darla rocks. All right, I'm exhausted. I feel like I've been talking for an hour and a half straight. Oh, wait, I think I have. All right, good night, guys. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Darla, for being here. Kathy, one last question, said, what is the cost for coaching? It is $297 currently. It did go up in price. It is now $297 for the coaching. So, all right, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Have a great night. We will see you next week. Go make lots of money in the meantime.